It's Sunday, September 29th, 2024. I'm TC Kirkham, and this is the Kirkham Report.
TC Kirkham, the Kirkham Report.
Hey all, TC Kirkham here, TKR WeatherCentral and the Kirkham Report. Thank you for joining me for this rather short show. I have so much going on. I'm not really going to get into it a lot today, but I will tell you a little bit of just what isn't coming up later this week. But I do have a couple of pickups to show off and a couple of other things to do too, so let's get started right here. As always, I picked up some 45s from Dawn and Mary at their Whatnot sale last week. Not as many. I did not get the pile on this week. I had most of it. I did make a couple of bids, but another buyer was there and interested, so I let them go ahead and have it. I had quite a few of the titles in there, but I did pick up a couple of things that I wanted for myself. I have an obsession of sorts with this lady. I don't know. Obsession is probably not the right word, but I was fascinated by her story. When I first heard it from Dawn and Mary on their Whatnot sales, and I picked up several of her things since then. This is Franklin Street from Dora Hall. It comes with a what looks like a generic sleeve that they probably used. Dora Hall was, as I explained on the first time I bought some of her stuff, was a singer and an entertainer who was known by the entertainment community. She had friends like Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, all those guys. But she wasn't really a full-time part of the entertainment industry. She was the wife of the owner of the Solo Cup Company. And he actually bankrolled her musical career in the 60s. She was already in her early 60s by the time she started recording, and he started their own labels. This one is on Calamo, and there's another one that they did. But I have quite a few of her things in the collection. I've been picking up. She's actually not terrible. It's not like where you know, somebody that really can't sing like a Florence Foster Jenkins, who was, put out there. But she never really caught on. I mean, she did some television variety shows. She had her own variety special that was bankrolled by her husband in the mid-70s. She's not bad. And Franklin Street was actually the... Whoops. Excuse me. My Band-Aid came undone. Franklin Street was the first... You're going to do that all the time? I'll just take you off. Naughty thing. I have a little callus on my wrist that's driving me crazy. She's not half bad, and I'm trying to pick up more stuff by her, so if you guys come across anything and would like to let me know about it, please let me know about it in the comments or by email or whatever, because I am sort of collecting her stuff now. So anyway, this was her first single, and it was more R&B than the later covers she would do, so it's pretty good. The other one I picked up strictly because I did not have the single. I have it on the soundtrack album, and it came with a picture sleeve, and it's a great song. It hit #1 on my Kirkham Report charts back when it was out. Terrific stuff from Dirty Dancing. This is She's Like the Wind from Patrick Swayze. Wonderful, great sleeve there. On the back of it is another song from the soundtrack. I think it's Do You Love Me by the Contours. I haven't opened it up yet. But great condition too. So I picked up those two at Whatnot. I have some albums coming from Johnny's sale this past week. That'll be here next week in time for next week's show. For those of you who don't know, Dawn and Mary do shows multiple days throughout the week. They own Two Hip Chicks, TOO Hip Chicks on YouTube. They do their own Chick Chat show Tuesdays and Thursdays at noon. Usually Tuesdays is chat, Thursdays is estate sale bingo, but because Mary's having knee surgery this coming week, they will only be doing the Tuesday show and doing estate sale bingo on Tuesday this week. They also do Whatnot Tuesday at 7 p.m. That's where I pick up all these 45s. And they are also part of New England Cajun Roots Resellers Weekly Auction on Wednesday, the Hump Day auction, although they will not be participating this week because Mary will be having knee surgery, as I said. But that's where I picked up the albums that will be coming, some of which have been on the Weird Album Wednesday show that Dawn puts up every week, every Wednesday at noon. She also does an album from her collection on Fridays, and her listening test where she's grading records goes up on Sunday at noon. Lots of great stuff from them. Dawn and Mary are good friends, and they are my able suppliers when it comes to 45s. And once again this week, some great pickups. Thank you, Dawn and Mary.
Hey gang, we've got merch. Show off your love for all things TKR. Find t-shirts and more in the TKR swag shop. Click on the link in the show description. Like what you see? Level up! Become a TKR patron. We can always use more supporters of our channel. Click on the Patreon link in the show description.
I want to give a shout out this week to a YouTube channel I'm a big fan of, and you guys may not be, but I really think you should check them out. I am an unabashed and unashamed fan of the band called Starland Vocal Band. They were around from 1976 to 1980, 81, and they've stayed friends ever since. They continue to do gigs here and there every now and then. There is a great channel devoted to them called Starland and More. I discovered it about, 6 months ago on YouTube. The people that run it are directly connected with the band. They see them all the time. I believe it's run by somebody connected directly to Bill Danoff, but I'm not sure. They post songs, they post commentary, they post concert footage, all of the band, both then and now, doing stuff that they did later. I was pleasantly surprised to receive a comment from them on one of my videos, and I told them, hey, check out the classic chart stuff because they're on there all the time. And they said, oh yes, we're aware of your channel, and we definitely enjoy it and check it out. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope that you'll recommend it. And I'm recommending you guys to everybody that was a Starland Vocal Band fan. Even though most people only know Afternoon Delight, they had 4 great albums of incredible harmonies. I've often compared their music to ABBA's as far as the harmonies go, and also somewhat to the style, although they're more folky than ABBA. I love all 4 of their albums. I bought their Christmas album, which I didn't know existed until just a couple years ago, recently, back, 2021, and when I found it out, it came out. Have heard it finally in its entirety. They're just a great band, and if you like incredibly intricate 4-part harmonies, I would check them out. And Starland and More will give you all the latest news and songs you can check out, and commentaries and everything else. It is a great site for fans of them. So if you are a Starland Vocal Band fan, check out Starland and More on YouTube, and I hope everybody over there will continue to enjoy what I have to offer.
An ongoing living history of record stores past, present, and future, driven by your memories and contributions. RecordStoreRewind.com. Check it out today. Stay ahead of dangerous weather no matter what the season. Stay aware and stay safe. PNR WeatherCentral on YouTube.
Okay, a little bit of an update real quick before we get out of here. First of all, have you picked up the Marcin Dragon and Harmony yet? I'm still pushing this. You guys need to pick this up. Shows this week will be just the unhosted shows, so classic charts on Monday, flash track tax on Thursday, and Obscuria Monday through Friday. Everything else will not be on again. I am still working on getting to my... I'm still picking up the pieces of the bathroom thing, as I said, and I'm also trying to get this room done because I'm determined to get that. I mean, this has been almost a year, and I'm still only about 2/3 of the way done. I want to be able to show off everything, to use everything again, and so I'm working on that diligently, and also preparing a couple of new shows, because it does look more and more like I am going to need to replace Radio Retro Countdown and a couple of other shows with other programming because of the download issue. It went away for the most part for a couple of days, and then it returned in spades. So I'm able to download stuff I need on an irregular basis. So until I can start back to where I should be able to do with those, they will not be reappearing. Which makes me mad, because Radio Retro not only is one of my most listened to watched shows, it's one of my favorite shows to do, because I'm always discovering new music that way. And I'm really pissed. I don't know what YouTube did to their algorithm that's screwing up the download programs, but they are working on it. They continue to try and do it, and then they keep getting flummoxed. So hopefully they'll come to some sort of an agreement or a deal on that soon. I will hopefully get all the hosted shows back up and running the first full week of October, and we'll see, but I'm working on that. I'm also working on a couple of things that are directly outside of this, that I will tell you about later when they're finished, because they'll be important to the show when they're done, but they're not quite done, and I have to finish one of them before November 2nd, so it's going to be kind of nuts trying to get everything done in time. But I just wanted to keep you informed. Obscuria Monday through Friday will be back, of course, as always. Flashback tracks and classic charts, those I have already. If you haven't yet taken the flashback track poll in the community section, please do. I'm looking to you guys to tell me which charts to do next as the number one year by years when Record World runs out in a couple of weeks. And so please take part in that. And I guess that's it as far as behind the scenes stuff goes. I will have more stuff in the weeks to come, though.
If you like what you see on YouTube, don't miss the rest of the story. News, reviews, chart library, in-depth profiles, commentary, and more. Check out my full website, thekirkhamreport.com.
I am sorry this is such a short show. I had so much stuff going on yesterday that I'm a day late. Hopefully this week I will be back to normal on Saturday. My goal is to have Pop 50 Challenge, TKR, and Saturday Night Disco Party all back this Saturday. I don't think that'll be an issue this week. We'll see. If there is, I'll let you know on the community page. I hope that you'll all continue to check things out. And know that I'm doing my best. I put together, everybody tells me I do too much. I'm sorry, it's just the way I am. I like having regular schedules, regular things to do. It's the way I operate. Other people don't do it that way. They just throw up stuff when they're, when they're done, and that's cool too. I enjoy that too. But I do like to have a regular schedule and regular things that I'm doing, and that's my way of operating. And I'm so grateful to you guys for supporting that when it's around. And speaking of support, we could definitely use you on Patreon. Patreon is just, I think, $2.99 a month, and we would appreciate it if you could do it. You don't have to, but we would appreciate it. We are on the road. I'm hoping for hit 800 subscribers by Halloween, 900 subscribers by Thanksgiving, and 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. I don't know if we're going to make it, but that's the goal. And we can get there if you spread the word. So please share. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already. If you have, thank you very much. And please leave a comment. Your comments are how I know how I'm doing. And lately, I know there hasn't been a lot to comment on, but I also have an email if you want to drop me a line about anything. It's in my show notes every week. And anybody out there, I made this plea on the community page, but I didn't hear from anybody. Anybody out there who could help me with my Discord setup. I am having a hell of a time figuring some of this stuff out, and I want Discord to be a part of the overall TKR universe, and I'm just having trouble getting there. So if you know something about Discord and would be willing to help me out, help me figure out, get it set up, I greatly appreciate it. Email me in the email in the show notes. Until then, I will see you next Saturday here on TKR and with my regular stuff throughout the week. And then hopefully a week from today actually, I will get everything back on track. That's the goal. But you know how it is. Your mileage may vary, and so may mine. But until then, I'm TC Kirkham, TKR Video Central, and the Kirkham Report. I bid you a fond and wonderful adieu, and I will see you on the interwebs. Ciao, baby.